Group C action from the African Cup of Nations, where the reigning champions Egypt were taking on four-time winners of the competition Cameroon at the Baba Yara Stadium in Kumasi. Andre Baiki penalised for handling in the area, and Ismaili's midfielder Hosni stepping up at the second attempt and making no mistake. 1-0 to the reigning champs. Hassan Shahata's side found themselves 2 goals up on 17 minutes. Mohamed Zidane's left foot too hot for the Cameroon defence, and it was to prove too hot again. A remarkable finish just seconds before the half-time break. The new Zidane announcing his arrival on the international stage. 3-0 it was at half-time, much to the delight of the suspended Egyptian captain Ahmed Hassan. After a disappointing first half, Cameroon and their Barcelona striker Samuel Eto'o reduced the score in the 52nd minute. Lovely cross from Newcastle winger Jeremy. However, with time running out, it was Hosni that grabbed his second of the night and Egypt's fourth with a stunning strike. There was still time for Cameroon to pull another goal back. Fatala adjudged to have fouled Mahamadou Idrissou in the area. Eto'o stepped up for his second of the night. Too little, too late. The reigning champions, Egypt, lay down the gauntlet to the other competition favourites in defeating Cameroon 4-2. Ghana 2008.tv highlights from Group C and that Baba Yara Stadium in Kumasi, where first match winners Egypt were taking on first match losers Sudan. It didn't go according to the form guide at the start. Kamal Tambal almost catching out Essam El Hadri. And then it was time for the Sudan skipper Hayatem Kara to test El Hadri in the Pharaohs goal. But the Pharaohs, who defeated Cameroon 4-2 in their opening match, quickly steadied the ship. Hosni Abrabu stepping up and slotting home the penalty in the 29th minute for a 1-0 half-time lead. It was a goal that took the sting out of Sudan. Mohamed Zidane, fresh from his 2 goals against the indomitable Lions, almost adding a third. Before the substitute, Mohamed Abu Treka did. The Al Ahly star, who started the move and finished it after good work from Ahmed Moteb and Amir Zaki. 2-0 with just 15 minutes to go, and Abu Treka then added a third. A delightful feint with the eyes, sending the keeper the wrong way and slotting the ball home at the near post. Egypt are all but qualified for the quarter-finals thanks to a 3-0 Group C win over Sudan. Welcome to the www.ghana2008.tv highlights of this final Group C clash between the reigning champions Egypt and the contenders Zambia. Zambia made a bright start, but with their very first shot of the match, Egypt went ahead on the quarter hour. Amir Zaki with a fine finish with the left foot volley. Zambia continued to push. Jacob Mulenga going close after great work down the right flank from his captain Christopher Kotongo. The impressive Egyptian right wing back Ahmed Fati almost produced another contender for goal of the tournament, and the service kept coming from left back Sayed Mouad. Hosni Abrabu failing to add his 4th goal of the tournament with that header as Fati put the follow-up wide. 1-0 it was at half-time to the reigning champions. Zambia needed a win to have any chance of going through to the quarterfinals. Zaki was intent on adding a second goal to his name and his country's tally, while Jacob Malenga was continuing to cause problems for the Egyptian defence at the other end. With news coming through that Cameroon were doing the business over Sudan, Zambia knew only a win would be good enough as Clive Hachilenza headed over from a good position. Finally, the goal did come just 3 minutes from full time. Christopher Katongo getting his second of the tournament. Reward for a brave effort from the Chipolo Polo boys, but it was too little too late. Egypt go through top of Group C. www.ghana2008.tv highlights of this quarterfinal between Egypt, the reigning champions, and Angola. It was Egypt that had the chance to take an early lead through Emad Muteb before Abu Treka's free kick was stopped by the arm of Andre Makanga, the Angolan captain. The referee pointed to the spot, and Hosni Abrabu stepped up to score his fourth of the tournament. A lead that was to last just 4 minutes before new Manchester United signing Manucho produced yet another wonder strike. 7 minutes before half-time, however, the Pharaohs found themselves back on top. Amir Zaki giving them a 2-1 lead at the half-time break. The winner of this quarter-final would go on to face the Côte d'Ivoire in the semi-finals. Angola almost drew level just 14 seconds into the second half when Manucho saw his effort fly just wide. And it was the Manchester United signing that produced a wonderful save from Essam El Hadari. At the other end, Emad Muteb drew another fine save from Lamar in the Angolan goal, as did late substitute Ahmed Hassan. But there was to be no addition to the scoreline. Angola go home after a great performance. Egypt set up a semi-final replay of the 2006 final against the Ivory Coast. Highlights of the second semi-final between Egypt and the Ivory Coast, a replay of the 2006 final. And after 12 minutes, it was the Pharaohs that went ahead, the reigning champions looking for victory number 6 on the continent. Ahmed Fatty's shot deflecting somewhat fortuitously off Solomon Kalou and into the goal. Just before the half hour, Didier Drogba had a chance to level things up, denied by Essam El Hadari in the Pharaohs' goal. And Drogba was to be denied again by El Hadari before Hosni Abrabu produced a superb block to deny the follow-up, Aruna Dindane. It was 1-0 at the break to the Pharaohs. At the start of the second half, it was more heroics from the splendid El Hadari, somehow turning away that point-blank Drogba header. And it was to pay off at the other end when Amir Zaki redirected Didier Zakora's flick on at the far post. 2-0. A minute later, this bullet from Abdelkader Keita gave the Ivory Coast some hope. 2 goals in 2 minutes, but 3 minutes later, with just over 20 minutes to play, Amir Zaki turned Kolo Touré before firing past reserve keeper Stéphane Loboué. And then, in stoppage time, with the Ivory Coast dreams melting away, Mohamed Abu Treka completed the scoring on the counter-attack. Ivory Coast bow out, Egypt win 4-1 and face Cameroon in the final. www.Ghana2008.tv highlights of the final of Ghana 2008, the 26th African Cup of Nations. The reigning champions Egypt taking on the indomitable Lions of Cameroon. Hosni Aburabu drawing the first save of the match from Carlos Kameni before Jeremy did likewise at the other end in a nervy opening 20 minutes. Cameroon looking to join Egypt at the top of the charts with a 5th win. However, it was Egypt that went closest in the first half. Imad Moteb being denied by Carlos Kameni. First and then again, the Cameroon shot stopper doing brilliantly against the Al Ahly striker. It was scoreless at the break. Cameroon looking to sit back and hit on the counter-attack. They were soaking up an awful lot of pressure, and Hosni Aburabu almost broke the deadlock in the 54th minute. Again, Kameni standing between his side and defeat. There wasn't much he could do as Hosni this time headed against the base of his upright on the hour mark. Egypt were edging ever closer, and then finally it came. Tenacious harassment by Mohamed Zidane, squaring the ball to Mohamed Abu Treka in the 76th minute to slot home past the hapless Kameni, abandoned by his defence. The indomitable Lions threw everything forward, looking to take the match into extra time. But El Hadary stood firm, as did the Egyptian defence. Egypt make it 6 African Cup of Nations wins. They defeat Cameroon by 1-0.